What are you doing? What are you doing? Are you going to play your guitar? Where's your dog? Why is your dog not here? Did you give him chicken sticks? Good Lord. Good Lordy. Sun came up. I think I could sing this better up here. Don't you think? Sun came up. It was another day. Sun went down. You were blown away. Why did you let go of your guitar? Why did you let go of your guitar? Why'd you ever let it go that far, drunken angel? Oh, good evening, good people. Am I live there? I'm live there. I'm live there. I'm live there. All right, let me hit this. Bang. Now I'm live there. I got to put the black bar for all the people on TikTok because they're like, hey, Kyle, I can't read the thing. Could you change your shirt? I can't read. I can't read. Hey, Kyle. What? Could you put a black bar up? Fine tonight. Every fella got you in his sights. What you doing with a clown like me? Surely one of life's little mystery. So tonight I'll ask the stars above, how did I? Champy is rammy tonight. Rammy. How's everybody doing tonight? It's Thursday night. No, it's Wednesday night. Is it really Wednesday? I thought yesterday was Wednesday. Corey Sandler, out of sorts all day. Okay, it's not just me. Great. Everyone on TikTok is bitching about how the algorithm's all screwed up. Uh-oh. It looks like my stream is very delayed. Hang on. I think my Chrome might be crashing. Is it back? Now it's back. All right. Good Lord. Good Lord, good people. What are we going to do? All right. So tonight, I promised Brandon that we would do Jellypod. Here's part of the reason I haven't done Jellypod yet. I'm not a fan of the name. It sounds a little janky. Dr. J says I look fine. That's just genetics. That's just, hey, when you hit the lottery, you hit the lottery. You know what I'm saying? The jelly thing is my preferred name. If you're wondering where the singing dog is, he got fed up. He put in his union minimum and left. Listen, this is what you get when you work with union talent. They're good, they're solid, but you know, when the clock strikes the clock, they'll just punch it. They'll punch it out. They'll be done. They'll be done. Just the way it goes. They say don't work with kids or dogs. I would add to that, don't work with kids, dogs, or especially union dogs. Because they'll just go. Champy, he's gone. He's gone. He's a great opener. Screen door is back. I don't know what screen door. Oh, screen door. Yeah, that's. It's something about the angle of the dangle. When you get the angle of your thing just wrong, it gives you that screen door looking shit. Mm-mm-mm. I don't know what to tell you. Wait, maybe if I make it bigger? Or just move it a little? No, that made it worse. You and I here all alone. Sunday morning here at home. Sky's blue and the coffee's strong. It's true. What is Jellypod? Lol. Terrible name. Sounds like a donut flavored Keurig pod. Yes. Yes, that is the correct interpretation of the name Jellypod. Jellypod is a listen. I don't fault anyone. Right now, it's impossible to get a fucking domain name because all the domain name scammers bought everything and nothing's fucking available, which is why we all have to deal with .xyz and .but and .biz and it's exhausting. Anyway, if you're gonna get a URL, get the .com. Just do it. Just fucking invest the money. Believe in yourself. Don't apologize. Anyway, enough about the name. Jellypod is an AI podcast maker that's sort of like the NotebookLM podcast maker, but you can make your own characters and things like that. All right, so we'll be doing that. I would argue it's better than than its 4.10 preview beta. Yeah, I would agree with that. Yeah, OpenAI and their naming conventions bad. All these companies, what are they doing? What are they doing with their product names? I'm on the wrong channel. No, if you're Neuros spicy and you and you enjoy Chat ADD, you're in the right place. I got a fine cup of Java tonight. It's looking good. I know, Black Bar. Don't bug me. Are you gonna sing? Why are you just whimpering in the corner? Do you want to sing or not? Do you want Leonard Cohen? I know it's out of tune. Whatever. Oh, good Lord. Okay, what are we going to talk about tonight? We're going to do some jelly potting. Not potting. We're not planting anything. You can't plant jelly. Your fingers will get too sticky and you get... Listen, just trust me, I've tried it. You don't want to do jelly potting. It's horrible. We're going to be jelly potting tomorrow. Apparently, you can make money with ChatGPT. We get operators from OpenAI. Now, my source for that is a single tweet where someone said operators are coming tomorrow. So I don't actually believe it. But give that dog some singing cheese. That dog, I don't know what's with that dog. Champy, do you want to sing or not? In a westerly direction, this car is my train. Been driving, I've been wondering. Sen Ali, can you please explain what generative AI means? Please explain it in the simplest form. Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. This will make the irregulars happy. I might break out the box metaphor. Yeah, bonus. I just got from my producer. Bonus points if I use a box. So I might use a box, but I'm gonna start at a high level, and then I'll kind of work my way more specific. Okay. AI's been around for years. Okay, artificial intelligence, machine learning. For the most part, for the past 30 or 40 years, when people refer to AI and machine learning, they're talking about specialized AI. And generally what it looked like was you would take very specific data sets, like how to play chess in the case of Big Blue with IBM, or how to read a chest x-ray, or how to look at skin for lesions or something like that. You would bring your very specific data to data scientists, and then they would train an AI model on that very specific thing. It was not user-friendly. In fact, you really had to be an engineer or a researcher or a scientist to be able to do it. You had to understand things like weights and embeddings and just all sorts of things that, for those of us that are not... I have a degree in acting. For those of us that do not like digging deep into that stuff, it really wasn't for us. And you know, this was something like... I'm geeky. I love technical shit, but I also know where my boundaries are, right? I'm not good at coding. I have ADD. I just can't fucking pay attention to it for that long. It just doesn't work. So I know that boundary, but I'm really curious about it. So for years, I would always say, like, oh, I'm going to learn it. And Google would come out with something, and they're like, oh, there's a new version of TensorFlow, and it's much easier. And I would go in and I would try to learn what TensorFlow was, and it would start talking about weights and embeddings and mathematical... It was just fucking exhausting. I'm like, no, it's still not for me. And then about 3 years ago, I stumbled onto Stable Diffusion image generation. And so that was where you put in a prompt and it would make an image. And I started learning about that, and I started experimenting with that. And the generative part of generative AI is that it's actually generating something. So in the case of ChatGPT or a large language model like Claude, when you put in a prompt, it generates a wholly original response to your prompt. So it's generating. And one of the big misconceptions about it is that people think it's copying and pasting. So the way they train these things is they basically went out and they got all the data on the internet that they could get, and they did this special thing to it and they put it in there. And so when people give it a prompt and something comes out that looks like something they've seen before, they're like, oh, it's copying and pasting, but it's not copying and pasting. So the way it works, do I want to do that one? Well, let me walk you through the 3 letters of GPT, ChatGPT. The T we can get rid of first. The T stands for transformer. Transformer is the technology, the kind of tool that allows this thing to be trained on data. It was invented in 2017 by Google. It doesn't really fucking matter. Like it matters a lot technically, but it doesn't really matter for you wanting to know what generative AI is. The G and the P are actually really important. So the P, so GPT, generative pre-trained transformer. The transformer is the technology. That's just telling us what kind of tool it is. The P is really important. So remember I said before, you had these specialized AIs where someone would come with all their data and they would say, like, I want to do a X-ray reading AI. Here's my data. Let's train it. And it's just going to do that one task really well. The P stands for pre-trained. And what it means is they've gone out. They, in the case of OpenAI, went out. They scraped the internet. They captured as much crap as they could. Public websites, Wikipedia, probably stuff they shouldn't have been scraping, whatever. They went out and they just got all of the stuff. And the way it works, it's actually really fascinating. It takes all of the documents that like a paper that someone wrote about butterflies and a website that talks about Storyvine, my company. They went out, they got all the things, right? And the way the transformer works is that it takes all of the individual words in a document and it breaks them into these little things called tokens. And it's fucking freaky the way it works. They basically turn those tokens into numbers and they sort of figure out how they're all related to one another from a meaning standpoint, from a semantic standpoint. And then they turn it into numbers and stick it into 1,000-dimensional mathematical space. It's just fucking weird. It's bizarre. You don't need to know it. But basically, sitting up in this 1,000-dimensional cloud of tokens are just a bunch of numbers. When you type a prompt into ChatGPT, it converts that prompt into a probability that some token somewhere in mathematical space is the next most likely fragment to be the correct answer, the beginning of the correct answer. And then it takes that one and it figures out the probability for the next one and the next one. And it strings all these things together and they turn into words and we read them. But it doesn't know what it's read. Like the original documents cease to exist. So the pre-trained means they basically took all of what they could get their hands on of the internet and they jammed it into this super hyper efficient mathematical box. It's got 1,000 dimensions in it. This one only has 3. The real one has thousands of dimensions. Okay, cool. Awesome. And so when you ask a prompt of ChatGPT, it goes into this, what's called the latent space, and it figures out the probability and it brings the thing out. So that's the P. You don't have to bring your own data. You can just ask. And it kind of knows everything. The G is the generative part. And that's the generative is it's generating original content every single time, just because of the nature of how it does it. It sort of reaches into this space. It pulls out what it thinks you want. It gives it to you. You give it feedback. It goes back in. It gets some more stuff out. So the difference between generative AI and something like Google, what Google did was Google went out on the internet and it indexed everything. It went out and it said, okay, this web page is about butterflies. This web page is about Storyvine. So when someone searches for butterflies, I'm going to rank this one higher than Storyvine, right? And there's all sorts of math they did to it. But what they indexed was just metadata, information about each website. What generative AI does is it actually takes the content of everything that they put in it and it ingests all that. And so you're actually, it's the closest thing I can think of what it is it's kind of like if you took every museum and every library in the world and took all of everything you could possibly learn and experience in all the museums and all of the libraries of the world and just have instant access to that knowledge. That's essentially what it is. It's instant access to knowledge, where Google was instant access to information about knowledge. Generative AI is instant access to knowledge. And people will argue with me on that. And they'll say, well, it's not actually knowledge because you've still got it. No, it's knowledge. You can ask ChatGPT to write a computer program for you, and it will function, right? That's not, you're not learning to program, it's programming for you. So you get to tap into that knowledge. Okay. I read progression to superintelligence agents. They will complete tasks first through text, then through voice, then through our phones. Will be replaced with glasses and neural brain implants. Fun. Yeah, good party. Good party. Okay, starred follow-up YouTube question. Okay, success. Succulent Sorella Minchella on TikTok. Okay, succulent Sorella Minchella is the best name I've ever heard. Completely unpronounceable, but I love it. Okay. Can you please explain operators? And can you also explain jellypodding while you're at it so I'm not lost? Yes. Jellypod. Yeah. So maybe we'll bring up Pierson to the live. So Pierson is the CEO of Jellypod. He's out here in the audience somewhere. So we can bring him up. If you want to do that, Brandon. Yeah, T Pierson up. And then we'll bring him up. But let me answer the first question about operators. Okay. Right now, if you want to use ChatGPT, you have to go to ChatGPT and you have to give it a prompt, right? It's a human initiated interaction. I go there. I want to write a poem about golden buttons. You can make money with ChatGPT. And I say, I want to write a poem about a golden button that says this. When I push it, and it will write that poem for you. About a week and a half ago, ChatGPT launched a thing called Tasks. And what Tasks is you can take that same prompt and you can have it execute it every day at the same time. You can schedule prompts. So this is sort of the first step toward operators, which I'll get to in a second. But Tasks is sort of a little mini taste of automation that's about to come. And so I did one that every morning, I've got a custom GPT called Sin City Sipper. And every morning, ChatGPT sends me a cocktail recipe with a picture of that drink. I don't really drink all that much, so I don't know why I'm doing that. But I love the pictures of the drinks that it does. I used to bartend. And that's like every morning that shows up in my inbox. An operator takes it one step further. And not only can it execute a task at a regular time, it can actually go out and perform actions on its own. So you can give an operator a goal. Like, for example, you might have an operator that you've given permission to go to these 3 travel websites or these 10 travel websites. And you've also given it permission to make purchases on your behalf. And then you just say to the operator, I want you to go out every day and find me the best flight, right, to go to Cancun in the next 2 months. And it will go out and it'll search all the things and it'll come back to you. And it can even ask you questions and then modify its behavior. So it might come back and say, hey, I found some tickets for $500. Is that price okay? You're like, no, I want tickets under $200. Okay, great. And then it'll go off and do that. So it's autonomous behavior that you initiate, but then it goes off and does things on its own and checks back in with you. Think of it like an employee. A good way to think of it, by the end of this year, I'm pretty confident about this, we will effectively have employees at our disposal. And those employees are going to be as good or better than most people at most jobs. Which, if you're not freaked out yet, you could be. Now would be a good time to start freaking out. All right, beautiful. Okay. Is it possible to build an AI that can take a person's body measurements, clothes from their pics? There've been attempts at that. There's a lot of the new there are a couple of new image generation tools where you can take a I think I can't remember which ones do it now. There's one where you can take a piece of clothing and a person, and it'll put that clothing on the person. Doing things like measuring someone's dimensions from just a single photograph. There's probably things that attempt to do that. I would argue they're probably not all that accurate. Is an operator the same as an agent? An operator is OpenAI's name for autonomous agents. So yes. Noom has a body scan that does that. Okay, there you go. Land's End does that. Nice. I'm using Microsoft Copilot. That's pretty awesome. Yeah, so here's what I would let me walk you through a couple of things while we're waiting for Pierson to come up. Okay. First thing you should do, if you're not aware of the AI Salon, if you're curious about all this AI shit, you should go check out the AI Salon. Go there, click on join our community. And when you go to join our community, it will land you. It will land you here. Welcome to the Salon. There's a little welcome video from myself and Leah Faston, who I co-founded the Salon with. We talk in the Salon about this journey to AI readiness. If you're new here, it sounds like we've got some new people here, which is exciting. The most important thing to have right now, is not a mathematics degree, not the ability to code, not the ability to understand what AI is. None of that's important right now. The most important thing right now is a sense of curiosity, and ideally a hyper curiosity. Get curious about these tools and start playing with them. Okay. So the sort of path to AI readiness from a Salon standpoint is play first. Just start playing with tools. We're going to play with Jellypod here tonight. Go play with Jellypod. Go play with ChatGPT. If you think ChatGPT is just like that chat box that you type in the chat and it answers questions, it's so much more than that. Like, did you know, if we got some new folks here tonight, ChatGPT also has this thing called advanced voice. I'll be right there, Pierson. Let me just show people what's happening. All right. So here's ChatGPT. It's the app on my iPad. It's just an iPad. And so I'm going to pop it into advanced voice mode. Hey, Quinn, how's it going?
Hey, Kyle. I'm doing great. How about you?
I'm doing good. I'm actually just about to talk with this guy named Pierson, and he's got this really cool company called Jellypod. Have you heard of it?
I haven't heard of Jellypod before. What's the company about?
It's well, can you have access to the internet? Can you go search for it?
Sure. Let me take a look. Give me a moment.
We'll see if she gets it right, Pierson.
It looks like Jellypod is an AI-powered podcast studio that helps users create, edit, and publish podcasts easily. You can design AI hosts, upload sources, and generate episodes. They also offer text-based audio editing and one-click publishing to platforms like Spotify and Apple Podcasts.
Ding, ding, ding.
So-
All right. So give me 10 ideas for a podcast that we could make that would have really funny and memorable characters and a hilarious concept.
Sure thing. Here are 10 ideas for a podcast with funny and memorable characters and hilarious concepts. 1. The Misadventures of Marty and Morty. Follow two bumbling alien brothers who crash land on Earth and
Okay.
try to blend
We're
in.
gonna shut her down. Let's go talk to Pierson. We'll go talk to a real person. But if you didn't know that ChatGPT can talk, it can see, it can hear, it can do data analysis, it can code. It's bonkers. So a thing that you could do if you're trying to figure out this AI stuff is just go play and dig deep into what these tools can actually do. Pierson, how's it going? Really nice to meet you.
Hey, great to meet you, Kyle. Great to be here.
Awesome. So I don't have a ton of guests, so I'll probably be a crappy interviewer.
No worries at all. This is super last minute. So I was making dinner and I was like, oh, I hopped right on. I'd love to talk.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. So there's been a running joke here. So I don't know if you know. I think Brandon told you a little bit about the channel here. I go live 5 nights a week and just generally, shoot the shit about AI, things like that. And so he's been talking about Jellypod for a while. So for the first week, we were going to do it. And one of the nicknames of the channel is Chat ADD, where I rarely finish a sentence and never really get to anything. So I didn't get to Jellypod the first week. Then Brandon was out the second week and I said, we'll get to it then. And now we're Wednesday of this week. We still haven't gotten to it yet. So I promised everyone last night, we're going to get to Jellypod. So the fact that you showed up is awesome. So tell me about, what's your background? Talk to us about what Jellypod is and why did you do it and sort of how far into it are you? How new is this thing? I assume it's pretty new, but I'm really cool about it.
Absolutely. Yeah. So Jellypod, we launched Jellypod about 2.5 months ago in a private beta. And for the audience, Jellypod, like ChatGPT just said, it's a AI podcast studio. And it really helps people take a lot of information, like source material, whether that's PowerPoints, text, Excel spreadsheets, YouTube videos, and helps you create an AI-generated podcast from that material, but guided by you. So you're always in the driver's seat. And so this is kind of something we call a human-in-the-loop creation, where a lot of tools, you give it something and it gives you something back. And you don't have that iterative approach to being able to refine and have confidence in those outputs. And so that's kind of what Jellypod is. You give it a lot of stuff, you guide the narrative, and then you get a podcast that you're able to edit the text, publish to Spotify. It's a hosting provider as well. And you get your ideas out into the wild, hopefully within 15 minutes of having that podcast idea. So yeah, that's kind of what it is. And
that's beautiful. Yeah. So can I ask, was it inspired by NotebookLM? Were you already in production when this came? Where's the lineage of this thing? What was the inspiration for it?
Absolutely. So actually, to give you a little bit of backstory, the Jellypod that we know today, this AI podcast studio, came out of a previous product that we had, which was a mobile app that allowed people to create personalized podcasts from source material. So it was a mobile app on your phone, and every morning at whatever time you chose, you'd get a personalized podcast based on your email newsletters and other stuff. And we realized that a lot of people are taking that content and republishing it onto their platforms. And so we took that insight and decided to pivot over to this to make it really a full-fledged creation platform that anybody can use and publish podcasts and really share their ideas and their stories with the world easily. So that started about a year ago. So when NotebookLM came out, it was a pretty cool tailwind where people actually found that, hey, I can actually listen to 2 AI hosts talk back and forth. They actually sound pretty good. And so when that came out, we were already in a private beta for this,
Mhm.
and that our waitlist exploded overnight, which was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, that's awesome. Well, it's funny. NotebookLM had been out for a year and nobody really cared
Right.
about it. I mean, the people that loved it. But then they put in that
Totally.
feature, and it was just there was something about it, about that particular technology that they had in house at Google that they used. And if you can't share this, that's fine. But I'm just curious, what enabling tech are you using on the back end here? Is it 11 Labs? What's the stuff? What's the stack that you're using? If you
Right.
can talk about it.
Yeah, so we're constantly evaluating like different models. 11 Labs being one of the providers that we do use, along with like PlayHT and some other open source models there. And that's like the voices. Google is also one of those. So actually, if you're interested, if you're a technical person out there, you can kind of use the API that Google has to get those two exact voices that NotebookLM has.
Well, that's cool.
Which is pretty cool. So we don't use that, but you can.
Yeah,
that is
the thing you're doing
accessible.
where you can design a host is actually really slick. That's a super cool feature.
Awesome. Yeah,
that's cool. Trying to think what else. What's your background?
Yeah, I'm an engineer, so software engineer by trade. I went to undergrad, studied computer science at UCLA. So go Bruins. And after I graduated, I moved up to Seattle, where I eventually found my co-founder, Jason, and I worked for Amazon for a few years up in Seattle. I was on the Alexa team, so I was always really passionate about artificial intelligence, voice, and this whole area. And I eventually left to start Jellypod, but I've always kind of been in this space, and I've really always enjoyed AI and excited about like when ChatGPT came out, just like everybody else. I think I was stoked. It was an awesome time.
Yeah, that's super cool. That's super cool. And what about the name? We were sort of ribbing the name a little bit earlier. Talk to me about the name. What's the history of it? Things like that.
Yeah, well, the easy part is definitely the pod side. So like Jellypod, pod as in podcasts.
Yep.
And Jelly was kind of like this amorphous thing that kind of flows and connects a lot of stuff, sticky. And it was like the combination of podcasts with like this, I don't know, jelly that kind of connects people together. So Jellypod, as you can say, is like an AI podcast studio. You can create in all these different languages. Podcasts are a growing medium of communication and telling stories.
Yeah.
And that was kind of the jelly part of it. It's also, it's kind of interesting. It's 2 syllables, Jellypod. It kind of like people are like, what is Jellypod? It sounds kind of weird. So that's why I liked it personally. So
yeah, exactly. They won't forget it, right? That's awesome.
Right. Exactly.
We have a question from Corey Sandler on TikTok is asking, what's the difference between basic and the paid version?
Yeah, so the free tier has essentially everything that the paid tiers have as well, except the paid tiers get monthly refills of generation credits. So if you're a free user, you get 1,000 credits. 1 credit equals 1 second of audio. So it's about 2 minute or 2 10-minute podcasts that you get for free, and then you upgrade for more audio
for more credits.
Exactly.
Okay, cool. One quick question I have: do you have the ability to export it as a movie, not just as an audio file yet?
That's right in front of me right now. I'm currently building that, so we're getting that done. That's the next big release.
Okay, and I'll tell you why I ask that is just because I find it staggering, but on X you can't upload audio. It has to be in the form of a movie.
Interesting. I didn't actually know that. It's great to know.
Exactly. I did a NotebookLM podcast, and then I went to X, and I'm like, I'm just going to share this with people. I'm like, you can't upload an audio file, and you can't. It has to be a movie. So then I had to go cut an image into it and things like that. So just for your for your product specification pleasure, there's a nice problem that one will solve.
Totally. We're super excited to release that. So it'll be out soon.
And what are you going to do? Are you going to how far from what does the movie look like? Is it just sort of like a title screen? Like how far until we get speaking hosts where they're actually talking with funny characters?
Right. So the first phase would be just artwork, like your
Yep.
episode cover art with like the
Yep.
title, audiogram,
Nice.
customizable background color, things
Nice.
like that.
Uh-huh.
Which I think will satisfy a lot of people's
Yeah.
itch for that video.
Yep.
The HeyGen style talking heads, it's definitely further down the line. We don't
Yeah.
have that technology in house. It's expensive.
Yeah, and it's really expensive and it's very janky right
So
now. So I figure that'll get better in time. And
totally.
I don't mean to push you. I'm just like, I get excited about
Right.
stuff.
Yeah, exactly. It's an exciting time. I mean, like every day, every week, there's something new that comes out. It's like, oh, well, now we can do that, so it's pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Cool. All right, cool. Well, I figure what I'll do is I'm just going to fumble my way through it. I started to make one a couple of weeks ago, but I figure one of the things I like to do is just be the idiot so other people are freed to do that. So I'm just going to dive in. Any advice for me jumping in? I mean, you're welcome to stay. I'm certainly happy to have you, but also, you might want to go have dinner and things like that. I know this was kind of a spontaneous thing, but where should I start? What's your advice for someone just doing it for the first time?
Yeah, if you're just doing it for the first time, I think you jump in, you design a host. I personally like the host design more than voice cloning. Voice
Okay.
cloning's cool. It sounds like you,
Yeah.
but I like to use like a wizard from the 14th century
Yeah,
evil,
exactly.
or like something kind of cool that you don't even know what you're looking for. So
Yeah.
hop into the voice design, put that host into a podcast, and
Okay.
dump some interesting material into that source.
All right, cool. That
Oh,
sounds great. Well, listen.
awesome.
Oh, so Brandon has a question, which I think is a good one. What's the best podcast that you've heard so far that someone's made out of this, or what's been the biggest surprise? What's been most interesting for you to see now that
Yeah,
you're in the world?
totally. There's two. The first one I heard, it was the first time AI's ever made me laugh, genuinely. And it was
Wow.
one about pineapple on pizza. And it was debating. My dad's from New York. He hates
Yeah,
that I like pineapple on pizza. I
I've
like
got
it.
I've got a son that likes it, and I'm ready to disown him.
Yeah, exactly. And there was a line in there that it said, it was like, you know, it's something about like, yeah, it's good to experiment with foods, but pizza doesn't need a tropical vacation and a midlife crisis to be good. And I was like, it was like it was like some funny lines, and
Yeah.
that was probably an awesome one. And the other one that I really liked was a political podcast that we designed a host to be very, very liberal and very conservative,
Oh,
and it was
that's
really
great.
cool
That's really
to
smart.
like
Yeah.
see them debate and actually have good points back and forth. So that one was awesome.
That's really good. Is there a limit to the number of hosts?
There's two hosts right now is the max.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got asked to comment on an AI bill here in Colorado, and I couldn't get my head around, like, I was thinking of all these different points of view, and what I ended up doing was going into ChatGPT and created 10 personas that would be interested in this bill, and make sure that they've got varying points of view. And then I had each of them comment on the bill, and it was fascinating. It was like a big round table, right, where they all had these
Awesome.
different points of view. So yeah, that's fascinating. Okay, one final question for you. I just realized another one. Do you think you shift into this becoming a media company, or do you want it to stay a tool company?
Yeah, I definitely want to stay a tool company. I think empowering people to be more creative, to lower that barrier of entry, to be able to
Uh-huh.
share your ideas and stories is like what really drives me, and like kind of what the company's founded upon. I
Yeah.
don't see us becoming a media company. I
Wow.
want to be a tool.
Yeah, that's very cool. That's very cool.
Yeah,
So being able then to partner with all those media companies is going to be fascinating. So
exactly.
cool.
Exactly.
All right, let's see. Wait, hang on. I'm getting a Joker wants me to what? Joker question. Oh, a question from Joker on TikTok for you. Do you utilize a vector database to store the data for the podcasts, or is it stored more as static data?
Right now, there's no embeddings. We're doing some migrations to enable sort of like a source library and some other features that will come down the line that will use a vector DB. Right now, we're not, but as context windows start to scale up, like with
Yeah.
Gemini, and it's less necessary today than it used to be. So, yeah.
Yeah. And what is it? Next year we'll have infinite memory, and then
Right.
all bets are off. You don't need any of that stuff anymore.
Exactly.
Crazy. All right, cool.
Awesome.
Well, thanks for being spontaneous and hopping up here like this. I really appreciate it.
Of course. Yeah. Great to be here, and take care.
Cool. All right.
Cool.
Take care. All right. I'm going to go butcher your software now. All right. Poor guy is starving and we're talking about pizza. He brought up the pizza. Oh, man. Okay. So let me entertain you. Oops. That's the wrong. Let me get rid of that one. Add that one. Okay. So here we are at Jellypod. Oops, I just changed the wrong window. I got to put the black bar back up. If anyone has any questions, wait, hang on a sec. I've got this. All right. Beautiful. That's that. I'll be right there, people. Jellypod.ai. Yeah, that was nice to have Pierson on. It's kind of cool also hearing, the pivot that they were working on something and they came up with this idea. And then as this happened, NotebookLM showed up and everyone was like, podcasts are amazing. We should go make some. So that's some pretty nice synergy there for them. Okay. Let me get all this going. All right, there we are. So there's boy, the screen door, the moire pattern tonight is wicked bad on TikTok. Sorry about that. If you're on TikTok and want to go see this a little cleaner, just hop over to YouTube at Learning Lab -AI on YouTube. And when you're over there, subscribe, and after we get off the live tonight, go play some videos so we can get our view numbers up. Okay. So we are at Jellypod.ai. I have not fully gone through this process. Brandon has. If Pierson's still here and Pierson wants to come up, he can. But if he's smart, he'll just take off. But if I get completely flummoxed, I may bring up Brandon. But I think it'll be good just to let's play. All right, he's already gone. Yeah, good. He had to go eat. I'm glad he got his dinner. All right, so we're gonna do a new podcast. Oh, we got to come up with cover art and titles. Okay, this is yeah. Okay, all right. Or create a new host. Got it. Okay, so we're not going to start in Jellypod. We are going to go to ChatGPT. All right. And then what we're going to do is we're going to do this. I'm working with a podcast generation tool that allows me to design 2 memorable hosts, period. I want those hosts to have different points of view and very different personalities, period. For example, one might be old, one might be young, period. One might be conservative, one might be liberal, etc. But I want them to have comically broad differences. And then I also want to come up with a podcast concept that is very easy to make episodes for, easy to research and write for, and will be super compelling for audiences, period. I think the topics of the podcasts should be oddly specific and niche-y. And All right. So Brandon, the 7 to 10 minutes. I'm not. God damn that thing. I'm not writing the podcast in ChatGPT, correct? ChatGPT. Okay, got it. Hyper niche histories, why it works. Okay. Okay, so rather than giving me so much detail, what I want you to do is I want you to start with 10 concepts that have a catchy and funny name, a short description, and then a description of the two hosts that describes their personalities as well as their voices. Period. Have you put a screenplay into NotebookLM? It's brilliant. Oops. Yes, I have. It's really good. You can put all of your screenplays into NotebookLM. It's amazing. Why is this a thing? A deep dive into bizarre and inexplicable everyday objects. I actually love that concept. Hosts, Marge. Hey, Marge. Hey, Marge. Marge. Hey, I don't see my face on the YouTube. I see it on the TikTok, but it's tiny. Did I what? Am I streaming on both? I don't know. How do I? So that's Marge. I talk to Marge all the time. A no-nonsense middle-aged school teacher with a nasal authoritative tone. We'll generate your cover art for you if you don't provide any. I love it. That's great. Always looking for the moral of the story. Kip, a wide-eyed, perpetually curious intern with a high-pitched, slightly awkward delivery, loves tangents and conspiracy theories. That one's funny. All right. Niche and destroy. Big Little Lies, obscurely yours. What the fact? Stuff nobody asked for. That's bananas. Hyperbolic time chamber. Two truths and a lie detector. Okay, so I'm already overwhelmed, but here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to say, give me 20 more that still have some humor, but are super interesting. Hosts should still have differences, but need not be comically split. All right, so we're going to get 20 more. Pottery series description in and had the podcast run while I was throwing pottery. It was so cool. Oh, that's such a great idea. We'll hear Marge's voice. I think we probably shouldn't, right? We, like you never want to hear the Charlie Brown characters what the teacher's saying. That's kind of like Marge. I think if we hear Marge, that would be a bad thing. All right. Small Worlds, exploring strange interconnected histories, people, places, and things. Patent pending. Ooh, that's kind of cool. Okay. I'm going to flip over to O1 reasoning model. Okay, so what I'm doing right now, if you're new here, we're going to use Jellypod to make a podcast. We just talked to Pierson, who's the CEO and founder of Jellypod. Super cool dude. Has a real clear vision for what he's doing, which I think is awesome. We're in ChatGPT right now, concepting. I use GPT 4.0 to do some basic ideation. And now I'm going to use O1, which is the reasoning engine, to do some analysis. I'm going to say, I want you to act as a hyper successful podcast producer that knows what succeeds and what is going to be compelling over time, period. I want you to analyze all of the ideas generated so far in terms of reach, desirability, memorability, comic potential, and its chance to be a hit podcast, period. I want you to rank the podcasts and tell me what your top 5 are in order. And why you chose them. So it's thinking. So pulling together attention, examining podcast ideas. I'll analyze the 30 podcasts, assessing the comic potential, weighing the options, evaluating the options. All right. So did some decent thinking on this. So there's all of our podcasts. Top 5 picks and why. What the fact, why it stands out, memorability. The catchy, slightly edgy title grabs attention, easy to remember and share. Format freedom. Trivia or weird fact podcasts are evergreen with strong. Okay, great. Oh, I just got a Sin City Sipper cocktail. Look, an agent just did its thing for me. It's an agent light, but that's all right. That's bananas. Why it stands out. Emphasizing outrageous historical or modern events, fosters fun discussions. The way it wasn't. Why it stands out. Debunking angle. Myth busting never goes out of style. People love being in the know. Listeners feel smarter. The way it wasn't. I like that one. The shelf life, why it stands out, and don't quote me on that. Misattributed or surprising quotes. I'm going to say rank the top 3 in order and tell me why you picked number 1. What the fact? Jellypod. Cover art. All right, we've already got Jellypod. Cover art and irregulars. All right, great. Why number 1? Instant hook. The title alone feels punchy. I think I like the very first one it came up with better, I think. What was it? Why is this a thing? What the fact? What the fact is better. ChatGPT's right. I was wrong. Okay. Endless topics, viral shareability, comedic edge. The format naturally lends itself to humor. Okay. Okay, terrific. Now I want you to write me a nice 1-page brief for the What the Fact podcast. That could be something I would give to a producer that they would understand exactly what they need to do to make this show a hit, period. Questions? Jellypod, cover art and irregulars. Let's go look at that. Jellypod. That's nice. So let's do. So here's what we want. If you want to do artwork for the pod, let's do. It's now called What the Fact. But wait. Don't do What the Fact just yet. So we'll do What the Fact, and we're gonna do the names of the hosts, which we're gonna get in a second. And then we'll do a jelly. We'll do something that mentions the AI Salon and Jellypod. So we'll do a nice cover art. Let's get the details of it. Show concept: What the Fact? Fast-paced comedic deep dive into the strangest, most surprising facts you never know you needed. Each episode highlights bizarre tidbits and mind-blowing discoveries. Okay, viral shareability, why it works, tone and style, target audience, episode structure, 1 to 2 minutes. Okay, so wait, we've got to fix the structure. Fix the structure so that this is a 7 to 9 minute total length. For what it's worth, I made 2 episodes while you were ideating and I was producing. Show off. Tams wants to draw something now. I have so many ideas for art just thinking about this. Awesome. Okay, so the show's called What the Fact. All right, so did it do a better? Yeah, here we go. Intro and theme, cold open, grab their attention. With its super compact runtime, it hits the sweet spot. Okay. Now, tell me who my hosts are again and explain their voices and personalities and backgrounds in detail. I don't know if I'm going to need all this, but we'll have it. Hyper artistic cover art for a podcast called What the Fact. But wait, we got to get the names of our hosts. Trish Farnsworth. It's close. She's rapid fire delivery, bright and staccato, reflecting her endless enthusiasm. Former pub trivia host, and Doug Hamilton. Okay. Okay. These 2 hosts are a little boring. I want them to be funnier and more iconic and clearly differentiated other than gender. And I know I didn't spell that right, but that's okay. In fact, give me 5 pairs I can choose from you think will be perfect for What the Fact.
You can make money with
ChatGPT. Our microphone's expensive. Okay, so who we got? Marigold, Motormouth Malone, and Silas the Shark Sullivan. No, it missed this. Astrid Astro. Okay. No, you missed the mark here. Okay. You missed the mark here. We don't need comic book character names, comma. We just need slightly humorous names that have good staccato syllables in them and a humorous tone rather than yuck yuck funny, period. Yeah, I think you should have one of the McGillicuddy brothers. I do too. I think one has to be someone McGillicuddy. Buster McGillicuddy. Pierce is going to be eating breakfast before we have a podcast. Shut up. I'm trying to do this for the long haul. Okay, what do we got here? We've got Cleo Crisp and Mitch Bruno, Teresa Bloom and Arlo Quinn. Oh, Arlo Quinn's not bad. Bright, engaging, friendly teacher next door vibe. Bea Buckley and Hugo Flint. The men's names are funnier. Lily Vogue. Rufus, Buster McGillicuddy, Bucky McGillicuddy, Lily Vogue, and Rufus McGillicuddy. Buster McGillicuddy. Okay. Let's go with, wait, what was the fifth one? Ivy Dash. No, we'll go Lily Vogue. Let's go with Lily Vogue. and Buster McGillicuddy. I don't know how you spell McGillicuddy. Spell this right. Let's tell ChatGPT how to do it. Slightly gravelly baritone, friendly. Yeah, grew up in a small town environment. All right, that's good. Okay, so let's go back to Jellypod. So, podcast title, what the fact, question mark, exclamation point. Okay, so for those of you working, oh wait, so I need a podcast description. Okay. Hang on. I need a short, punchy podcast description. I need a short, punchy podcast description. That's all I need. Just write that. What the fact is your bite-sized blast of bizarre trivia hosted by the polished Lily Vogue and the folksy Buster McGillicuddy. In under 10 minutes, they'll serve up mind-blowing facts, quick laughs, and plenty of did you know moments, perfect for curious minds on the go. Tune in, geek out, and share in the weirdness. Perfect. Okay, so for those of you making cover art, What the Fact is the name of the show. And it'll say What the Fact with Lily Vogue and Buster McGillicuddy. McGillicuddy. And then we'll say brought to you by the let's see, a production of AI Learning Lab and AI Salon. There you go. Okay, maybe I'll put that in here. A production of the AI Learning Lab and the AI Salon. And then I'll put the salon.ai in the description. Episodic. All right, create a new host. This is going to be Lily Vogue. And we're going to go get her description. I don't know if there's a whatever you call it here, backstory. All right, it took it all, I think. Yep. Create voice. Hey gang, hey Alan, what's happening? Tams, having a sidekick might take me away from my fear of going live. Oh, just go live. You know, you know what I've realized is there's a way you can go live. Like the way I go live is I just pretend no one's watching, and then I pretend that none of this stuff will ever live on, even though it does. You know what I did? You irregulars will like this. I went back and I found the episode. It was on March 19th where the Sydney musical was born. It was really cool. All right, let's see if we got what's her name here? Lily Vogue. No. That's maybe. Hang on a sec. I gotta change how I'm sharing. I was just reminded by my producer who's like, we're finally doing Jellypod. Thank God. He didn't say that, but that's all right. All right. So I need votes here. Two British. Well, no, because it's gonna be with her name's Lily Vogue. She's gonna be a little hoity-toity.
Welcome to a world where stories unfold with a touch of elegance.
Welcome to a world where stories unfold with a touch of elegance and a dash of humor.
Can I redo it? AI create. Oh no. Can I redo it? Create host, cancel. Continue editing. Delete, okay. Cancel. Cancel. What if I change this? Does it? How do I delete it? Wait, copy your prompts. Well, I've got the prompts copied. Oh, I see. Just start over. Okay, got it. Fine. Create new host. Lily Vogue. Lost your share. Oh. Well, that's stupid. Is this right? Yeah. Share. All right. There's Lily Vogue. There's that. Let's see. Smooth, self-assured alto, like a refined late-night radio presenter, has a confident but warm tone, isn't afraid. Personality, polished presenter. Loves a well-crafted story, flexible funny bone. All right, this is good. We'll just roll them again. And we'll pick one of these, because I don't really care. Well, if you don't really care, then why are you taking all this time to do it? We could have had this done a while ago. Maybe Brandon should be doing this. He made all these things already. What are you doing there? This is really annoying. Has anyone told you this is annoying? Yeah, they tell me it every night.
Welcome to a world where stories...
No.
Welcome to a world where stories unfold with a touch of elegance and a dash of humor.
Oh, I like that.
Welcome to a world where stories unfold with a touch of elegance and a dash of humor.
Yeah, she's got
Welcome to a world where stories unfold with a touch of elegance and a dash of humor. Join me as we dive into the curious and the unexpected, weaving tales that surprise and delight. Let's explore the hidden histories that captivate the mind and tickle the funny bone. Welcome to a world where stories unfold with a touch of elegance and a dash of humour. Join me as we dive into the curious and the unexpected.
Welcome to a world where stories unfold with a touch of elegance and
Welcome to a world where stories unfold.
That's her. All right. There's Lily. Now let's go get Buster McGillicuddy, shall we? You can still see this, right? There's Lily Vogue. Beautiful. Can I go back out? Create new clone voice. No. Add new host. Buster McGillicuddy. Voice and delivery. He loves spinning a good yarn. So this one he should be kind of like my character. Hey, Marge. Oh, I'm in the wrong window. Okay. Here we go. Grew up in a small town. Create voice. Do you remember a show Leonard Nimoy narrated? Yeah, but I forget what it was called.
Life's a bit like a county fair, full of surprises and a few tall tales.
I kind of like how sleepy he is.
Life's a bit like a county fair.
No.
Life's a bit like a county.
No.
Life's a bit like a county fair, full of surprises and a few tall tales.
In search of, that's what it was. That's good Joker. Okay, so go back to hosts. So we've got Buster and Lily. How do I get out and make a show now? So wait, now we want to do, so what do I need to do? Okay, wait, write your show outline. So we've got the show outline. I'm going to go grab the show outline. Hang on. Why they work well together. Okay. Hang on, I'm going. I've got to go. Because I didn't put anything in a canvas, which I should have, but whatever. I'll be right there. Calm down, people. Okay, here it is. What the fact? Production brief. Yeah, I'm just copying out of ChatGPT. Super hard on TikTok. Oh, thank you very much. Who gave me a gift? Oh, Britt did. Thank you, Britt. That's very sweet of you. Okay, so here we are. Okay, create new podcast. So wait, I thought I created one. Didn't I create one? Create your AI podcast. Podcasts. Did you not save it? Maybe. Oh, wait, hang on. Where's my hosts? Did I lose my hosts? Hang on. Hosts. Okay, my hosts are good. Podcasts. Okay. I didn't save it, so I'm going to create a new one. Podcast. There it is. Okay. Do we have cover art yet? I think you lost it when you went to host, probably. What? Can you see this where I am? Yes. What? The fact? Question mark. Okay, there's the description. So we want Buster McGillicuddy. Where's Lily? Oh, there she is. Add host. We do have cover art, but you'll need to change your tabs to see it. Okay. I'll come back to cover art. Or should, well. All right. Let me change my tab. Wait, no, let's create the podcast first. So okay, we've got 2 characters. I'm creating the podcast. Okay, now we can do a new episode. Now, can I edit this? Edit details. Yes. Okay. Well, so we are created, but let me change my sharing. And we'll go over here to irregulars. What the fuck? Oh, I like that one. Who did that? Corey Sandler. Nice. Let me reload this so I make sure I have all the latest shit. What the fact Jellypod with the AI Salon. This is nice, but Steve-O, if you could make what the fact the big thing, not Jellypod the big thing. I don't know how to I know it's AI, so changing details like that. Oh, what did I have? I have a client. I'm working on a video avatar for a client right now. And we made like this, it's like a pharma sales dude, and he's super like he's super chiseled and good looking. And his button was unbuttoned, and like the comment from the client was, "Can you just button that top button a little more?" It was like getting that top button buttoned was a fucking nightmare. All right, so that's that one. What the fact? We need. I guess we could Photoshop it in. We need what the fact. We need with what's her name and Buster McGillicuddy with. What's her name? Lily Vogue. She looks like a Lily Vogue, and he's Buster. He's Buster like. That's good. Oh, nice. What the fact? Oh, Buster McGillicuddy. Lily Vogue. I think we have a winner here. This is really good. That's nice. Who did this? Brandon. Very nice. With Lily and Buster. Oh, I like that. Oh, do you go? Oh, that's really good. All right. What the fact? Buster and McGillicuddy. Huh. I don't know, people. All right. I'm just going to go with this one. The winner for the night, Corey Sandler. Congratulations. Save image as. What the fact? Cover art to the desktop. Back over here. Edit details. What the fact? WebP meltdown in 3, 2. It took it. I'm not unhinged. Okay, update podcast. Shank dang 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 dang. Now we're gonna go back to one of them where they're wearing merch is good. Colorful pop. I think that's the one I chose, isn't it? Yeah. What the fact? Okay. So now we're going to do, distribution options. And this had RSS feed settings. All right. Got it. Whatever. Nice. Oh, can I customize that? Feed.jellypod.ai. No, I can just copy it. Okay, got it. Fine. Whatever. Distribution options. We can go to Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Oh, pay. View instructions. Pay, you cheap bastard. Premium feature. Fine. Pocket Cast. All right. Well, you can help me with that in a second. Ready to create. Paste a URL, attach a file, or describe your episode in a few words. Or start with a blank episode outline. Okay. So let's go back to ChatGPT. Here we are at ChatGPT. And this thing now knows all of our stuff. Your written instructions are a source. But can't you also just paste them in there? But my written instructions, yeah, but I need to do specific episodes now, right? So, okay. So I want you to come up with 20 episodes make, sods. Make sure the first one is amazing and gives Lily and Bucky something to spar over. Use your structure above. Let's see. For now, just write the 20 episode names and catchy descriptions. I know, my black bar. Sorry, people. I don't know what to say. I'm a dum-dum. Hey. Hi. Name's Kyle Shannon. I'm a dum-dum. Are you a dum-dum? Headless Mike, the chicken that lived. This is going to be good. Great. Write me an outline for episode 1. Based on the outline you proposed. Oh, you do the outline in Jellypod? Oh, just give it the description? All right, well, that's easier. Fine. Will it go search? Wait, just give it in description and a news source. Oh. Okay. Give me the 20 episode ideas again, but include the news source URL.
Hey, Kyle.
Yeah.
You're moving faster than I can type.
Good. Is this wrong?
No, you're fine. I was saying you can give 3 sources to Jellypod. So you can just copy and paste the description and just let it do, and it'll search and find everything that it needs to do.
Oh, it will?
You could also give it like a website if you have specific information, like you could give it the Wikipedia article from Mike the Headless Chicken and say, use this as the source, or a PDF if you have stuff that's proprietary that's not on the internet. So you can give it any one of three, or all three if you want to be specific.
Yeah, anal. Okay, let's see. Let's provide a Wikipedia URL as well as the news source and display the URLs rather. Yeah, we'll just say that. All right, fantastic. Curating sources, curating references. Wait, is O1 connected to the internet now? I told it, stop. I want to see the URL. You are making them links now, and I can't see the URL. Right click. Yeah, I know. Listen from the peanut gallery. Sorry, this page is not available. This was my friggin' fear. None of this shit actually exists. Oh, Mike the Headless Chicken does. All right, we'll go with Wikipedia articles. Okay. Mike the Headless Chicken. Now it didn't include the description. Oh my God. Please just use Wikipedia article and give me a full description of the episode. All right. Seriously, people, this is going to be worth it. I went to the AI Learning Lab, and it's just, if I were to describe it, it's very much as if you're watching. Well, he's an older feller. It's as if you're watching an older feller trying to learn how to Google something. I suppose for some people it could be entertaining. I can't imagine anyone would learn anything from that. Yeah. All right, Mike the Headless Chicken. Headless Mike, the chicken that lived. All right, let's grab all that and see if we can do it. We're going to go back to Jellypod, paste a URL, attach a file, or describe your episode in a few words. I did that. Add a source. So let me go copy the source. Oh, it's in there, but we'll copy the source anyway. Copy here. Just right click. All right, processing. All right. We're making a podcast, people. Is it too late to withdraw my request? Everybody was so excited about Jellypod. Now they're like, just why do we watch this channel anymore again? Is anyone? Wait, did it create it? No. Create it. Creating outline. Thank you, Suzanne. The Astonishing Life of Mike the Headless Chicken. Discover the unbelievable. Meet Mike, Chapter 1. Lily sets the tone. It was in Fruita, Colorado. Look at that. Buster humorously listens to Mike's survival to a scientific paradox. From barnyard to big time. Oh, and you can edit this. Chapter 3, Mike's legacy. All right. And now, oh, I see. You can edit the outline. Each chapter will be 2 to 4 minutes long. This is perfect. Oh, now we need episode images. But how do you make it? Where do you Hey Brandon. Now what do I do?
All right, we're about 40% of the way there.
Oh God.
No, you're good. I would so you don't have to have episode art. It'll just wait before you do that.
Okay.
I would suggest adding a chapter since this is the first episode of What the Fact. We can add a chapter having them introduce the podcast.
Oh, great.
So you can say chapter 2, you can drag them up. So
okay.
You can rearrange the chapters. There you go.
Oh, that's cool. Introducing What the Fact.
And you don't have to have cover art for this episode.
Okay. Introduce themselves.
Although it wouldn't surprise me if Steve-O's gotten AI headless chicken already in irregulars.
Lily and Buster introduce themselves and then talk about the inspiration for the podcast. Talk about what to expect in coming shows. And thank the AI Salon
and Jellypod.
Yeah, that's good. And Jellypod for making their existence possible. AI Salon is at the salon.
It's not how you spell existence, Kyle.
I know.
Also, Corey Sandler has headless chicken artwork in irregulars for you.
Of course she does. Okay, that's good. Corey Sandler with a double win tonight. Mike, the headless chicken. If you're new to AI and you're thinking, shouldn't AI be more serious than this? The answer is fucking no. Like, we've got remarkable tools. Why not make a What the Fact podcast with a headless chicken artwork in a few minutes? Yes. Why would you not do that? Come on, people. This is fantastic. All right. There's Mike the Headless Chicken.
Pierson's in the back room disconnecting your channel right now.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It was all fun and games till those salon people showed up. What do they call them? The irregulars? All right. So now I generate script.
Yeah, I'd wait for your headless chicken to load, but then yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. It loaded. We have a headless chicken. Generate script. Unable to generate script. May violate policies. Oh, probably because I put a URL in here.
Either that or you're talking about decapitating chickens.
Oh, Oh, because it's violent. Oh no. We got to be able to talk about headless chickens. Get Pearson back on the call. We need an exception. Oh, come on. Is this saved, do you know? Is this
It
episode
is. You can save it as a if you so if you click on back. Oh, Pearson's in the chat. He's taking a look at figuring out what he's in the
okay.
YouTube chat trying to figure out what's going on.
Oops,
I'm
oh,
guessing
Pearson's in here. Oh, that's awesome, Pearson. Okay, good. Yeah, I'm assuming it's because we saw cutting off the head of a chicken as somehow violent.
I wonder if it's getting the word either it might be beheaded in the description that is if I wonder if we remove the word beheaded and just change it to unalived or something like that. It's
yeah, but it's like a TikTok channel. Wait, thank the AI Salon, a community of AI optimists and creators, and Jellypod for making their existence possible. Join the AI Salon at the salon.ai. Okay, I assume that's still fine.
And Joker, yes, this was a real story.
Yeah, these should be real stories. Oh, I think, did Pierson fix it? I think he might have. I think we got an exception. It's good to have the CEO on the call when you do chicken decapitation stories. Generating transcript may take a few minutes, normally much less. Okay, this is cool.
We had a request to talk about
this is actually pretty slick, Brandon. I gotta give it to you for pushing forward on this thing. This thing's pretty slick.
Oh, it got weirded out for violence and self-harm.
Yeah, exactly.
So is it a suicidal chicken?
Well, and it's a chicken. But it looks like, did you give us an exception, Pearson? Did this get an exception? It got weirded out for violence and self-harm. Discover the unbelievable story of Mike, a chicken who survived being beheaded. Yeah, and his name's Mike, right? So, okay, it did it. Welcome to What the Fact. The dose. No, it just started to work. It passed the moderation. Okay, cool. Great. I'm glad you're here though. This is super cool. We have cover art. We have a name. We did our concepting over in ChatGPT. I don't know how long you've been here, but I hope you got dinner. There these guys are. Meet Mike. Okay, let's see.
And this is one of my favorite parts about Jellypod that you can't do anywhere else is you could actually inject words into their script.
Oh, that's cool.
So if you want Lily to mention the salon.ai at some point, you can just literally write it in.
Yeah, which we're gonna do. Let's see. Anyway, the idea, no offense. Exactly what kind of fun stories. On that note, big thanks to the people who made this shindig possible, the AI Salon and Jellypod. That let's do the AI Learning Lab. The AI Salon and Jellypod. Yes, huge
and
shout
Corey
out
Chandler for the dramatic art.
Oh yeah, huge shout out to the AI Salon, a community of creators making it possible. You can check that out at the salon.ai. I'm going to say, let's see. And don't forget Corey Sandler from the AI Salon, who made our super cool cover art. And to Jellypod, of course, our lovely home where podcasts like this one can exist. All right, we good to go? What do we need to do? Generate audio, right? Add intro music. We don't have intro and outro music. We could. Oh, it's getting late. I was going to say we could go over to Suno and make a what the fact jingle. It's actually not a bad idea. So it's just intro and outro music, right?
Yep.
Let me see if we can quickly do a Suno. I'll reshare my tab in a second here, but let me just see if I can do this quickly. Podcast music intro for.
I'm not sure, Kyle, if you can prompt it to be less than a minute.
Yeah, I know.
If it'll respect that. Because the current guardrails will only let you upload up to a minute. Pearson says they're working on that, though.
Create. All right, let me go share while that's making. Present, share screen, Suno. Electronic. Shink dang 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 bang bam bam bam. Why is this taking so long? I want my remarkable music composition and I want it now. I feel like Baruch Salt in Willy Wonka. I want it now, Daddy.
You're not showing anything.
I'm not? Oh, I didn't. Hang on. Shh. Shut up. Gotta hit the button.
Ready to dive into facts that'll blow your mind. We're serving truth with a side of wow. What the fact's gonna thrill you now? What the fact's got the knowledge flow from A to Z, things you didn't know. Tune in, get set, let your curiosity grow. What the fact's here to steal the show.
Could just take that and fade it out. All right, we're gonna have to. We don't have time for that. Okay, it's not gonna. It's just gonna be audio. Okay, we're gonna generate the audio. Audio generation started. This may take a few minutes, and then
You're also sharing the wrong tab.
Oh yeah, and I'm not sharing that tab anymore. Schwank dang 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 shang. What the fact?
You can also add in the audio later, the song later if you want to go back and edit it.
Yeah. Okay. Ready to make your podcast. So here's my hosts. Here's what the fact. If I go in here, I should see my episodes. There's one draft and it's still generating. I can go in here. I hope it's still generating. I assume it's still generating.
Mm-hmm.
It is. Edit episode. Lily Vogue and Buster McGillicuddy. Oh, need a snack. You want some chicken? I don't know. That AI Learning Lab, they promote violence against chickens. Pate pin. I don't see the pin anymore. Be kind. It's Kyle's first time doing a live. Exactly. How do you do? Hey, Marge. Hey, yeah. I was just wondering. I'm trying to make a pot. Don't bother you. You're watching the wheel. I know, honey. How's Pat? Yeah, I know. All right.
So if you go back into there and say generate transcript again, it should be there. Oh yeah, publish episode. You've got audio.
We've got audio. All right, here we go.
Which means you need to share the right tab.
Share the right tab. Dang it. Jellypod Podcast Studio.
People think I just sit around and scroll on TikTok during your show.
I know you're not just the eye candy of the operation.
Welcome to Fact, the only podcast where absurd trivia and fascinating history collide with, well, a solid dose of charm, wouldn't you say?
A dose? Lily, I'd call it more of a heaping pile. You got two charm heavyweights here, folks. I'm Buster, your guide to all the weirdly impossible stories you didn't know you needed.
And I'm Lily, your resident storyteller, here to sort fact from fiction, or at least make you think twice about what you believe. Together, we're digging up the stranger side of history and turning it into bite-sized banter.
Bite-sized banter? Wait, should that be our new tagline? I like it. Kind of rolls off the tongue. Bite-sized banter with your favorite brainy oddballs.
This is good. Pape Mater. It's like looking into a voice mirror.
It has a ring to it. Anyway.
Wait. If you link me the song from Suno, I can cut it down. Oh, okay. You want to do that? I probably need to make it public, don't I? Share, copy link. There you go. It's on the blue post-it note. Okay, back to this.
The idea for this podcast came from one too many late-night dives into bizarre Wikipedia rabbit holes and more than a few heated debates over coffee about what's true and what's just plain bonkers.
And no offense, but the absolute nonsense you bring up sometimes, Lily, it's enough to make anyone want to fact-check their entire existence.
Which is precisely why this podcast exists, to share all of that nonsense in a way that's both entertaining and, dare I say, educational.
Yeah, but let's clarify here. This is educational in the truest sense of the word. Think of it as school for weirdos.
Exactly. But the fun kind of school, with no homework and plenty of outrageous, mind-blowing, slightly
ridiculous
stories to keep you curious. Expect side-splitting moments, a sprinkle of, wait, is that even possible? And of course, some enthusiastic clucking along the way.
Yeah, because nothing screams serious history podcast like chicken impressions. On that note, big thanks to the people who made this shindig possible. The AI Learning Lab, the AI Salon, and Jellypod.
Yes, a huge shout out to the AI Salon, a community of creators embracing the possibilities of artificial intelligence. You can check them out at thesalon.ai to dive into exciting conversations and innovative ideas.
Oh, and don't forget Corey Sandler from the AI Salon, who made our super cool cover art. And to Jellypod, of course, our lovely home where podcasts like this one can exist.
Hey, Pate, this is
now, what can listeners expect in our future episodes, Lily?
Oh, you know, just casual chats about headless chickens, singing mice, exploding whales.
Exploding whales? Did I miss that meeting?
You did. But don't worry, it's on the schedule. For now, think of this as your introduction to a world of odd facts and curious tales that'll keep you questioning reality.
We'll leave the light on for you.
Or, just laughing along with two people who clearly spend too much time reading about, headless chickens.
All right, class of School for Weirdos, picture this. It's a crisp September day in 1945, Fruita, Colorado. A farmer named Lloyd Olson grabs an axe, heading out to the yard for what feels like a routine chicken dinner mission. But, spoiler alert, nothing about this story stays routine for long.
All right, that's good. Okay, so we have a concept. We've got 20 shows. Where Brandon, do we make this thing published? Where do we want to publish it? Oh, you left. We lost Brandon. He finally got his Jellypod and Jellypod. Somehow Kyle will figure out how to make this a Broadway play. No, I've already got one of those. How much to upload to Spotify? Oh, I don't know. Let's see. If I say publish episode, save and publish. Episode publish. Oh, podcast distribution. $30 a month. Yeah, I did hit publish. We're published. And then where is it? Pocket Casts. Oh, do I just grab my my RSS feed and then go to Pocket Casts? Okay. Oh wait, I gotta share different. Ding 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 dang. Swing ding 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 ding. Where am I going? I'm going to Pocket Casts, pocketcasts.com /submit. There it is. Public submit. There it is. What the fact? Let's share this on Twitter. On the Twitter. Thank you. You can also share the link to the episode hosted on Jellypod directly. Okay, great. Perfect. Thank you. We'll go at Jellypod. Do you have a Twitter account, Jellypod? Yes. Jellypod and at Pearson Marks. I think that's you. For joining the AI Learning Lab tonight, where we birthed what the fact. Let's go get our You know what? Let's give the Jellypod the direct URL. Why not? Right? Copy that. Let's go look at what that looks like. Does it take us into a nice page? Yes. Oh, that's awesome. Look at how nice that looks. Beautiful. All right. So what the fact is now available there. Oh, it's not pulling up the artwork. So we're going to go grab the artwork. Oh, now we can't put up WebP AVIR stupid fucking image format bullshit. God. Here, let me go do your work for you, developers. We'll save it as a PNG. We'll save it back to desktop. Save. We'll go back to Grok. Dear Elon Musk, maybe you could support the new modern image formats. You big fucking nerd. All right. Thank you, Jellypod and Pearson Marks, for joining the AI Learning Lab tonight, where we birthed the new hit podcast. What the fact? Oh, this is so good. All right. And we'll just do now available. Now available here. Should I be? Oh, you're not supposed to hashtag anymore. Hashtags are bad, people. Tag people, add a description. All right. That look good?
Yeah, I think that looks good. I'm back. I was trying to get down your music, but the,
Oh, I assume we can. Can we edit it after we've published and republish it?
Mhm.
Probably. You can?
Mhm.
All right. All right. There it is.
And
What?
the nice thing is, Kyle, one of my favorite parts of this
Yeah.
is after you publish your RSS link to the Pocket Cast or wherever you're publishing it,
Yeah.
as you produce new episodes, they will automatically be grabbed by the syndication.
Oh, cool. Nice. Copy. So go back to Jellypod. Or wait, go back to Jellypod. Close this bad boy down. What the fact? New episode. Throw that in there. Add source. And it's got the Wikipedia article in there, but let's just go grab the other one just in case. Add source. Ding, 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 ding. Yeah, so if you want to make what the fact a hit, go to X and tweet it.
The
at Kyle Shannon.
Is Corey making emu art now?
Oh, is this an emu story? Oh yeah, the great emu.
The emu war. You mentioned pew pews in your source. We'll see if the Jellypod moderation team yells at you again.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, exactly. Well, it's good we have Pierson here. He's watching us test this in real time. Process should be 10,000 times simpler with stupid AIs. Yeah, one AI to rule them all. I got an idea. Well, I mean, this is so an important thing to understand, like where we are in the state of the industry right now is all the tools are really fragmented. So we don't have the everything app right now. All right, so we're gonna do. So this is what the fact we should do. Episode 2. Should we put episode 2 here? Like that? The Great Emu War. Thanks to the Salon, our sponsor this week is the AI Salon, a community of AI optimists and creators. Join today at the salon.ai. Generate script. Episode 2. All right, it's generating script. We'll just do one more and then we'll get out of here. But let me flip over to X and we'll just screen share this differently so y'all can hear it. Fantastic, Bob. Tell him what he's won. You haven't won anything. Yeah, let's get into the chicken story.
You're not sharing audio on your StreamYard, FYI.
What do I have? Oh, I'm sharing the wrong
You don't
tab.
have audio on YouTube.
Yeah, that's because I'm an idiot. I shared the wrong tab. Does he even know what he's doing?
Class of School for Weirdos. Picture this. It's a crisp
That better?
September day in 1945, Fruita, Colorado. A farmer named Lloyd Olson grabs an axe, heading out to the yard for what feels like a routine chicken dinner mission. But, spoiler alert, nothing about this story stays routine for long.
Wait, let me guess. Things didn't go according to plan, right?
Exactly.
Wait, someone said, Lori K said the link on Twitter didn't work for me. I just did it on Twitter and it worked. Feed.jellypod. Try it again, Lori. I've got the new artwork for the Emu Wars. Emu.
He swings the axe, does his thing, and before long, Lloyd realizes that the chicken he just decapitated is, well, it's still alive.
Alive? As in walking around, balancing, like nothing happened?
Not only walking around, Buster, but trying to preen itself and even attempting to crow, although, the crowing sounded more like a gurgle at best.
You've got to be kidding me. That's not just dinner gone wrong. That's some kind of undead farmyard horror movie.
It sounds absurd, but there's actual science.
All right. Good to go. All right. I can't generate my I can't generate a second podcast because I'm out of credits. so episode 2 will have to wait until I secure a subscription. Unless there's a creative partner program. Pierson, if you're still here, if there's a creative partner program, let me know. I'll give you some extra credits. Maybe just refresh. Oh, you gave extra credits. Just refresh. Okay, cool. Awesome. Thanks. Yeah, let me refresh here. All right. There's this. Generate audio. Beautiful. Going. All right. We will have 2 of these things up. That's it. That's how we do things here at the AI Salon. I don't know what the fuck we did tonight, but we make. Valerie said the link worked for her. You humans are so complicated. I know humans are exhausting, aren't we? Yeah, well, listen, I mean, we had AI come up with all the concepts and AI came up with all the artwork. Well, Corey Sandler did using AI. Thank you, Pierson. Thanks for coming on the show. Thanks for the credits so we can make some more of these things. That was absolutely awesome. Thank you for everyone hanging out tonight. Let me switch gears here. Go back to this thing. Trying to think what else. Today is Wednesday. It feels like Thursday, but today's Wednesday. Heck, artwork, Kyle. Won't open for me either. Dr. J. Well, here, I'll go edit it and put in Pocket Cast as well. Let's see. We'll copy this. Let me go back to here and go edit post. We'll go boom. Where's did I just lose my mouse? Yes. God damn it. Okay. Okay. The tweet is now updated. It includes 2 different links. One to Pocket Cast, which is just going to point you back over. Oh, maybe it's not. Open in Pocket Cast. What the fact? Welcome to What the Fact. All right. Do we need a Jelly account to open it? Maybe. I don't think so. But if you go, there's now the second link in there. I put the Pocket Cast link in there. So it's living in both of those places. Okay. All right. Fantastic, everybody. Go join the AI Salon. It's at this URL. Oh, I don't have a mouse anymore because my battery died. Hang on. Go join the AI Salon. If you go to thesalon.ai and click join our community. Also, please go check out areyoureadyforai.com. This is the AI readiness training that Vicky Baptiste and Ann Murphy and I are putting together based on AI Festivus. It's going to be a really powerful course. So go check that out. You can pre-register for it there. We're shooting for a February 1st launch date for that. So go check that out. I don't think I have anything else to talk about other than, thanks to everyone for tonight. And I will see you tomorrow night, 8 o'clock. Same bat time, same bat place. Well, you were late tonight. Was I late tonight? No, I was on time tonight. In fact, I was early tonight. Right? All right, everybody. Peace out on YouTube and X. By the way, I'm going to stop simulcasting to LinkedIn because, as predicted, the LinkedIn people are completely confused by what an idiot I act like on this channel. I got an inquiry from one of my investors today. Are you still doing Storyvine? What are you singing with a dog for? So fuck them. Fuck them if they can't take a joke. Oh, also Saturday, Pate Motter, who hangs out in here, is an irregular. He talks like the dude in that podcast, so he'll calm you down. He's starting Saturday. He's starting a series to demystify AI. So if you really want to understand how this AI stuff works, he's wicked smart, as they say. All right. I got the emu art that's already in there. In fact, we might be able to go publish. I would assume it's done. Yeah, it's done. Oh wait, I'm not sharing my audio. Wait, here, let me let you hear the second episode. Yeah, like we did all the hard work. All the hard work was coming up with the concept, and now that we've got all those episodes. Did I do this right? Can you hear this? Hang on, I did it wrong. I did it wrong. I'm a loser. I'm a loser, baby. Why don't you sue me?
Quite. But you're close in spirit. This week, we're excited to be sponsored by the AI Salon, a community of AI optimists and creators.
AI optimists? Wait, are we talking people who believe robots are going to write love letters now?
No, it's more about bringing together people who are excited about using.
All right, we're going to publish that episode. Save and publish. Boom. 2 of them. Done. Done. And then I'm going to go grab the URL and I'm going to go to Pocket Cast. And we're going to go paste, submit.
Hey, Kyle, if you're sharing the RSS feed, it'll automatically grab new episodes.
Oh, it will? I'm pretty sure I did. So wait, how do I do this? So I go back. Oh, no. Mm-mm.
You're also still not sharing the screen.
Well, whatever. All right. I'll deal with the details of this thing at some other point because it's already insufferable. All right. Coolio. All right, I'm going to get out of here. Peace out on YouTube and X. Thanks for hanging out. Hope you had fun tonight, and I'll see you tomorrow.